First of all, thanks for having me here, and I am very proud of being part of this series of this event, this Adria Summit. Hopefully, in next year or whatever, we can go back to have a presential, personal meetings, not just by connection, just like today. So if it's good for everyone, I'm going to share my screen so you can start. Should I start already?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I'll let you know if we can see the screen.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, and hope we will have the occasion to meet personally, hopefully soon, once everything comes back to normal.
Hopefully soon, yes. So you can you see the screen?
Yes, we can see the presentation. Wonderful. Yes.
Yeah, it's full screen, right? The presentation
Correct.
is full screen.
It is full screen.
Okay, so let's start with the presentation. So let's start with this event. As I was introduced by my colleague Mohamed, my name is Arturo. I'm the time and attendance product manager in ZKTeco Europe, and well, it has been a little difficult time for time and attendance solutions in the last months, years. Nearly now, it's been already a year, more than a year since this situation started. But here in ZKTeco, we have developed a full range of solutions that will allow the companies, our customers, and yourself, end customers, and everybody, all kinds of customers, to give a solution to the time and attendance needs that all the companies have right now, meaning with all the going into the future, no, not just by what's happening by COVID situation right now, but also in a post-COVID situation that we all hope is going to be real soon in all our countries. So what we're going to talk about today is these new developments that we have in junction with more companies, and we have heard about the needs of our customers in order to have better solutions, better all the things that the customers are requiring, no? And we have developed and we have adapted them inside our company. We have adapted into our existing solutions, meaning we have time and attendance solution which has gone already. Well, it has gone non-presential, meaning it has been a solution for what is called smart office working or teleworking, working from home. Also, non-contact solutions. Okay, we have developed several new things into our solutions, and that what we are going to talk today. Okay. Well, in this first screen, as we can see here in ZKTeco, we don't just sell terminals. No, that is not our main business right now. Is giving a solution for all companies that require these new scenarios that is happening more and more currently. We offer development tools and services for every stage of the data collection process, and any need that can happen on any of our customers, we are happy and we are eager to adapt them into our solutions, and also into third-party solutions, third-party integrators, which we're going to talk extensively later in this meeting, based for all kinds of customers: industry, retail, anything education, construction. Well, what we have done is to adapt our knowledge and our expertise in time and attendance in order for what I said already about to adapt it into the needs of the current situation and for the future. Okay. Well, the first one of these needs that has been added to our solutions is the palm recognition. Palm recognition is a solution that is quite helpful for the needs that are currently happening because it is not need have any contact with the data collection terminal. Our terminals and all the terminals of time and attendance also already include this palm recognition, which is as said in this screen, is powered by computer vision technology. What does that mean? It means that the solution has the strength to make a very quick identification, which is done in less than 1 second, and well, it is currently all the time is knowing more about ourselves. No, so as I said, no, the solution of Palm is very comfortable for everybody, because it is non-contact, and sometimes as we are going to speak just now about facial recognition, but doesn't need usually in customers the facial recognition provides a higher level of security, a higher level of need of some kind of regulations that are already in place by governments, and it is in palm recognition is not as high this need, and well, it is as I already said, in our terminals that we are developing, and we have already in our stock, in our portfolio. This palm recognition is one of the main points of the terminal. It has by default the possibility, the terminal to recognize the palm. Well, it depends on the terminal, but we are talking about thousands of palms that are being recognized in less than 1 second. So I am really happy about this technology, because it has proven that it's a very useful technology, and the transfer from a fingerprint recognition that was mostly used before to the palm recognition is quietly it's hassle-free, really. It doesn't provide, well, it doesn't need, it's not that big of a difference between what was doing before and what we are having now. As I said, the identification is accurate and very, very effective. I recommend everyone to try it, to ask the local ZKTeco distributor for a demonstration on this technology, because it's quite outstanding, really. It's quite outstanding. Okay, as it says in here in the, let me hide this a little bit because it's a little, yeah, much better. Put it down here. Okay, the technology also, just to explain, doesn't save actual, same as happens with facial recognition, doesn't save actual photographs of the palm. What is done by the technology is that it creates a 3D pattern of the several key points in the palm, and transfer this to a string of numbers and letters, no? And this is what is used for recognition, no? The algorithm works with a threshold setting, and if the recognition is over this threshold, then the person is identified based on this pattern. But always, it's never possible to go back to the image. Always is the pattern that is created by the algorithm is very secure, because it's thousands and thousands. If you imagine as being having a password of 10,000 characters, that would be the most accurate representation of what this means. As I said, the second and the most important, and what is going on, what everybody is talking about, is the facial recognition. It is it's a technology that is very similar to the palm recognition that we already talked about. The facial recognition, what it does is captures. It has a 3D image, because the terminals usually have two cameras. One is a CMOS camera, a normal digital camera, and the other one is a near infrared camera. And having the two cameras, the image captured by the two cameras, several key points in the image are used to create an algorithm. A string of the algorithm creates a string of letters and numbers, which is what is used to identify the person. The main advantage, one of the key points and one of the things that have been developed extensively during the last year is the visible light technology. What this means is that the old facial recognition techniques that were used before, not only in ZKTeco, but in nearly all the countries, depended on a specific quantity of light, well, do not have any reflexes or anything. You already know, because, well, I'm sure that for you, that the people that are watching this live stream are mostly than you to know what the challenges that the facial recognition has when using it in all kinds of environments. This with the visible light technology, we are over this. We don't have this problem anymore. What it does is that with the infrared camera, as I said, it uses the infrared camera to create the pattern that is used, the set of string, the string with a set of characters and numbers that is used for the facial recognition. And this really makes it much more easy to do the identification. Really, as I said, this is one of the things that this technology, visible light technology, is one of the things that I'm most proud of ZKTeco for developing, because it's a very impressive technology. The identification is done in less than 1 second for thousands of faces. Here, as you can see in this screen, there is several key points about this technology. Technology is a proactive facial recognition. The person goes inside. Well, also it's proactive, but it doesn't need, because it's also used for cameras, for CCTV, which have intelligent functions. The camera just displaying can identify several number of persons in a single frame. Also, it's got a, let's say, new height of anti-spoofing. Well, if you see how we do the tests here in ZKTeco to test the algorithms, we have several reproductions of faces, of heads, of persons, of all kinds of face types. And if it's a person that is not a real person, the algorithm doesn't identify as a person, or a photo of a photograph. No, it will never identify a photograph as a person. It needs to be a real person. Speedy recognition, as I said, it's less than 1 second with a 99%, more than 99% of accuracy. Wide pose angle acceptance, meaning that it doesn't matter if it doesn't, as I said, we don't need that the person is just straight ahead, with the head into a place to identify. The algorithm allows a certain kind of movement of tilting with the head, with the face. Sometimes, well, we have also people can wear glasses, hats, or whatever, and this it's not a problem, and that's how it works, because what I say about how the algorithm works, how it works with a threshold setting. It's by default is very loud, very clear, and it's this technology really supports it. Touchless for better hygiene, of course. Touchless facial recognition. The facial recognition is by default a touchless setting, and in the current situation, we all know how important that is. Okay. Sorry. Next screen. Oops. Oh. Let me go back. Well, as I said, this kind of terminals can be installed in many kinds and many types of scenarios. With a barrier, the terminals include the opening of a door, which can be used to open with either turnstile, for example, or as here it says, in a wall mount to do the time and attendance purpose more purely, which is what is used in the companies. Usually, the devices can be installed, and not only this, it's just that how broad the types of installations and the types of environments these terminals can be installed in. Not only, well, as you say, the light difference doesn't make any problem with the facial recognition anymore with this kind of terminal. So as I said, I give I encourage you, everybody that's watching this presentation, to ask us, the ZKTeco Europe. You can call us. You have our contact online, or any of the local distributors of ZKTeco products, in order to have a demonstration of how this algorithm works. Okay.
Have you? Yeah.
Yes, of course. Tell me. Sometimes I maybe start speaking too fast and.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Get ahead of myself. Sorry.
It's all right. You can continue on. Thank you.
Well, if you want to ask something, or anybody wants to ask something, if not, well, I know that we will have some time in the end, no? Of the,
yeah. The time will be
webinar.
yeah. Okay. At the end, we will have time for questions. So I will use this opportunity to encourage the spectators to prepare their questions for at the end of the presentation. So yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome. So, well, here, passing about a little bit more, speaking about the solutions themselves, we have currently inside the time and attendance, inside the time and attendance products of software, we have 4 solutions that we are currently working with. Okay, here we will talk about all the solutions, the 4 solutions that we have in our portfolio right now, and we will explain the key difference between them. But the important thing that you know is that the solutions are catered to any kind of company sizes and needs. Okay, not only between the actual configurations and time and attendance settings that every company needs, which is different from one to one, but also the possibility for integration with third-party solutions, which our software also has available. Okay, here we have the 4 solutions: ZKTime Enterprise, BioTime Web, GoTime Cloud, and BioTime. Here it doesn't say, but BioTime 8, which is the latest version of the BioTime software. Okay, here each of its solution caters to some company needs, and we will also be helpful to, if you have a case of a time and attendance setting that you want to know, we will help you, of course, to choose the best solution, the best solution that it will be needed by you. Okay. The first one that we are going to speak about is BioTime Web. BioTime Web is the most entry-level solution, because it is really not a software that is installed or in a server or anything like that. BioTime Web, it's a time and attendance solution that works embedded. That is embedded in the ZPad Plus terminals and several others Android terminals. Okay, it provides a time and attendance solution that is catered to small to medium enterprises. Think about I don't know, retail, small shops, small, I don't know, restaurants, this kind of businesses. Because in a device that is a solution that is that includes a fingerprint, it includes car recognition, and it's going to include in the next months also facial recognition and palm recognition, as we spoke. Have all the power inside the device. We just need to connect the device into our network, and you can do the time and attendance in the device, register our attendance logs in the device, but also it can configure shifts, calendars inside through the web server that is provided by the terminal. So It is an entry-level solution, but it's a very strong, very powerful one. And the good thing about it is that the installation is not needed. It's just you install the device, connect it to a network. The device supports network LAN connection, cable connection, Wi-Fi, and also 4G. Also has the possibility to insert a SIM card, and the device will connect via 4G to the network, and we will be able to access remotely. This is a solution that is very convenient for this kind of small companies that just need a time and attendance solution. In some countries in Europe, as you may know, there's a legal requirement to make a time and attendance to have a time and attendance system for all companies, not just big companies, also small companies as well. And this will fit just exactly for this kind of customers that want a time and attendance solution that has a low price, full of features, like it is the BioTime web. As you can here is another explanation. Plug and play solution. As I said, it's a plug and play. You just need to connect it to the network, set the IP address in the device. That's it, or put it on DHCP. So you can access from a web browser in the same network, or even outside of the network. You do the configuration that is needed in the ports, in the firewalls and port settings. This solution works up to 50 users, and as I said, doesn't need any additional software, but the browser, of course, is already included in all phones and computers alike. You have here also. I will pass later the link. You have a live demo of BioTime web, which you can connect to from your PCs. Here I have the link. I don't know if we will be show the URL that you can access, which is live at all the times. And here you have the username and password to access. This is a device that is just set here in our company, or in our offices in Madrid, and you can access and see all the power of this solution of BioTime web.
If you want, you can send the link to me so I can put it in the chat box so everyone has better access to it.
Here maybe I can have maybe a chat box. What is chat? Here it is. No, I can put myself here. Well,
all right,
I don't know if you can see it or not. Oops, sorry, it's changing the. User admin pass. Okay, this is a live demo that you have that you can access anytime you want. You have the full options of BioTime web, and you can choose. Let me go back. Okay, it's back here. You can choose all the solution. You can choose how the shift's going to work, the attendance setting that you need. You will see how the real-time events, because we use it here in our company to do the time and attendance. We have another solution, of course, for time and attendance what we use, but we also use this one in order to have it full of data, so you can check at all times what are the options. Okay, as I said, it's a solution it's an entry-level solution up to 50 users that works on its own. It doesn't need any other software. Okay. Here is the next one that we're going to see. Let me go back. Is BioTime. BioTime in its current version, which is the 8th version, BioTime 8, and it's a web-based private cloud managed time and attendance solution. What does that mean? Private cloud. BioTime 8, in this case, it's a software that is installed on a server and provides a web server, okay, to access the software. So it's not needed that is in the client's PC of the customer to have it installed on each PC that is BioTime is going to access. So we will just install it on a server, and it will be available through an URL with a port, okay, or also we can access via DNS if we do the correct configuration. And it provides, it's a full-fledged time and attendance solution, which has hundreds, if not thousands, of time and attendance options. And well, also you have, we can see, a live demo, and also you can install it because the trial version allows up to 60 days, up to with no limits usage for BioTime. You can download it in our website, the trial version, and you will have all the possibilities. You can check and you can see how BioTime works. Okay, let's go a little bit more in detail. As I said, BioTime 8 is a powerful web-based time and attendance management software that can handle hundreds of devices, thousands of employees, and their transactions. As we said before, here, this is the software. We would also need the data collection terminals that will be connected to this software in order to have it with all the data that these terminals have captured. Before, as we showed one terminal, the ZPad Plus. The ZPad Plus had BioTime Web, but can also be connected to BioTime 8 in order to have a full solution. If BioTime works, if BioTime Web gets too small for the time and attendance that we need, we can upgrade to BioTime 8 and have all the power, all the solution, all the expertise of the time and attendance needs that ZKTeco has. And as I said, it works as a private cloud. It will provide a URL and a port. We will only be able to access, obviously, with a username and password from the computers that we want and need to access BioTime. And as I said, it's a full solution. Works with thousands of units. It's multi-site, so as you can see, well, you can imagine if it allows us to connect via web browser, we can have this with the correct configuration. We will be able to access this web service from anywhere in the world. The devices can be set anywhere in the world, can be set with multiple shifts, multiple types of configurations. The possibilities are nearly endless. I encourage you, again, sorry for repeating myself, to download the trial version of BioTime in order to check it. And also, if you have any questions of the software, we have also about all these softwares that we are going to talk today. Please look at our YouTube channel, which we have extensive training material and documentation in order to how to configure these softwares. And also we have it in several languages. We have it in Spanish, if I recall correctly, English, Spanish, French, German, and Italian. These are the 5 languages in which we have all the documentation, all the training material for BioTime. So you can check that. Of course, this goes out of the scope of this event because there are videos of 2 hours. Okay, but you will have a comprehensive explanation of how to configure everything and how to make everything work. Well, here are the features of BioTime. The devices automatically transfer the transactions of the server. This works because the terminals have a real-time SDK communication to the software. Easily manage hundreds of time and attendance terminals under a complex network, as complex as you wanted to make it. Okay? The network that supports this, what will provide BioTime is a URL and a port, and we just need to configure the terminals to be able to access this URL and a port. Multiple administrators. It's a system that has the possibility of configuration for several areas or many, well, as many as you want, areas of terminals. So all the administrators, maybe some administrators can only access some terminals or some of the employees. So we can configure this and make it work with BioTime 8. And it's quite easy, and you can see. Okay? And easy to set timetable and shift management. Easy to assign, but of course I will say that. But let me make it clear. You can download the demo. You can check the online demo, and you will see that this is how it's correct, how it's done. The timetable and shift configuration, which is hassle-free. Even maybe it will in less than 1 hour, you can have the whole configuration done and start collecting the data and extracting the reports. Here is some key features of BioTime. Some of them we already talked about. Web-based time and attendance software is web-based, as I said, real-time monitoring. Devices will communicate automatically to the server the transactions. Mask and body temperature detection, we haven't talked about this, but BioTime supports the terminals that have mask and body temperature detection, which, as you may know, well, as you know, of course, it's currently very trending, and at least because of the actual situation. No? The device will register the temperature that has been detected by the terminal and do a specific action in that case. For example, send an email to a responsible that is going to know that some person tried to access the premises with high temperature or without the mask. Also, the devices we haven't talked are able to detect if the mask is being worn correctly. If I wear the mask, for example, let me show you like this, then the device will not allow, if it's configured that way, to access the person. You need to cover mouth and nose. Sorry about that. And the device will allow this, and it's configurable by the software. Attendance calculation and reports has nearly hundreds of options to configure the reports. You can see daily reports, weekly, monthly reports. We can send it by email. Well, that's a lot of kind of types of reports. Employee self-service, meaning that it will provide an URL for the employees of my company to be able to access and create its own needs, its own requests to the management. For example, if some person forget to punch and punch out later, and this will go, as we say in the next part, multi-level approvals, and we can configure several levels of approval needs for this manual punch or request of holiday in order to be accepted. Okay. I say visitor management and payroll management are two options that has been added to BioTime in the latest release. It provides a visitor management module and a payroll management module that will be able, we will be able to manage the visits to a building in order to assign the visits to a specific access level, and also payroll management that will count the work time, and we can set a full kind of formulas in order to convert this work time into an actual cost of work. That would be the meaning of the payroll management. Auto export of attendance reports and transactions. And mobile application, we have the mobile application, which the users can punch from the mobile, and it also provides geolocalization of the people that are using the mobile if needed. Data auto-synchronization by area. We will talk if the devices can be set in for areas, and only the employees will be sent to each area. Meeting management is another of the modules. Simple access control. Of course, it's not an access control system, but it has an access control module that probably will be, if it's not an access control solution, it provides a good access control setting that we can set time zones in which the terminals are operative, access control combinations. We have several kind of options. Multiple languages. We have the Spanish, English, German, French, Italian, and some other Eastern European languages that you can check. And we can go on and on with the features. Okay. More functionalities. Here, as I say, custom attributes, optimization of geolocation settings, well, a lot of settings. I don't want to make it so time consuming this presentation, but what I want to say, what I made is the most powerful, well, nearly one of the most powerful solutions that we have for time and attendance, and can be used. It's catered to any kind of company, as big as it is, can handle from 10 employees to thousands of employees with the same server. And another more, as a centralized system anywhere by the web browser. We already talked about this. Manage the hundreds of thousands of time and attendance terminals under a complex network. Is the main solution of BioTime is that handle multi-site time and attendance solution. Also, we have, as I said, in BioTime, the possibility to pan and face enrollment from the software. Okay, not only in the device, in the terminal that allows pan and face enrollment. We have also USB readers, USB enrollers, as you can see, in order to enroll from my computer, in order to be able to identify myself later in the terminal. Also, as we didn't say, well, it will come later, but from the phone, it's also be possible. I can take myself a picture in my phone, which I have the BioTime app, and then this photo can be used to identify myself in the terminal. So the process of registration is, as you can see, completely touch-free. Face recognition, and the possibility, as I said, employees can apply leave, apply manual punch, overtime, etc. It's a employee self-service setting. So the employees have the username and password and will be able to access the software in order for the needs that they have. Here is the explanation a little bit of the app. The app is available for iOS and Android, and have it on Google Play. And it can be also used by administrator to have all the configuration, and also by employees. They work as an employee portal, can do the clock in and clock out from the terminal, request our outs, or whatever the requirements that we have. Here is the request menu. We can request overtime, but the employees can apply from the phone. And this will trigger a notification in the person that needs to accept this request. And if it accepts or it doesn't, then it will go back to my phone, in which I will see that my petition has been accepted. All the features of the mobile, you can see real-time attendance with geographic location, user-friendly interface, attendance approvals. Already I spoke about this. We have also the possibility to send public and private announcements that from the software we configure, that with some message need to be displayed on the apps of the employees, and then in the moment it will have a notification which will explain what is the message. And also here, as you can see, it can be integrated with all ERPs and human resources, because we have the possibility to use the API, which is provided by free. It's free of charge with the license of BioTime 8, and this provides a solution in order to connect the terminal to the software to third-party software. It's an API REST solution, which is public, and it's very easy and convenient to use. And any programmer that has already had this experience with integration will have no problem in order to integrate the API of BioTime. More and more settings, reports. You have the possibility to change the logos. Well, the simple access control module. Here we have the options that we have: time periods, holidays, groups, combinations, and the privilege. Okay, the things that we can configure. This was about BioTime. The other two softwares that we're going to talk about is ZKTime Enterprise and GoTime Cloud. We put it into the same pages because most of it is a very similar one to the other. ZKTime Enterprise, let me explain from here, is the software that has been developed in-house by ZKTeco Europe in our offices here in Madrid. And it's a solution that is provided for time and attendance needs for small, medium to large companies. And also, and the difference with BioTime is that it has several key configurations, several key functions that are very needed, are needed and are very important, usually to European customers. For example, the handling of holidays. We have the possibility to do accruals in enterprise. That we don't have this option in BioTime. Several key functions that we are going to look now are in ZKTime Enterprise. ZKTime Enterprise is software that was developed some years ago, and lately what we have done, we have moved this software to a cloud solution, works in AWS. So it is not needed to have any server, any computer. Just and we can have a time and attendance solution that is 100% works in the cloud. This is a model that was not was not used by ZKTeco before. It's a software as a service model. This is how we license GoTime Cloud. We're gonna go a little bit into GoTime Cloud so you can see how it works. Yeah, as I said, this is what it's a little bit what I explained. The ZKTime Enterprise is an advanced time and attendance application designed for small, medium, also to big enterprises, which require total control over employee timetables, shift calendars, payroll, accrued balance, and different organizations. This is an important thing. The several key elements of ZKTime Enterprise, which have been developed here, according to the needs of our European customers. This is the strength of ZKTime Enterprise over the software that has been developed by factory as BioTime 8 that we spoke before. Okay, also the Enterprise and GoTime Cloud, which we will speak a little bit later, have the possibility to have a demonstration which you can download from our website. Well, GoTime Cloud is available online. I will write you later the URL that you can access in order to check all the function and possibilities that this software has. Well, here is some key features of ZKTime Enterprise. The employee management provides all the needs for the creation of the employees, to set the profiles, set the timetables, set the calendars, the calendar of the companies. We have the possibility to set more than one calendar, to set changes in the timetable that the employee needs to complete. Many types of reports, thousands of types of reports, the possibility to add formulas to be added into the reports, which is a very interesting feature of ZKTime Enterprise. We can, for example, make a calculation. For example, we can have a calculation of extra hours based on the hours that the employee had to work in a specific time regarding the actual time of work. And also we can limit this. For example, only you need to show me the employees that have worked more than maybe some hours or some kinds of type of hours, and we will have this information on the reports. Here is a little bit more on the solution of Enterprise: calendars, timetables, work shift management, formulas, payrolls, and accrued balances, custom attendance reports, and multi-language. Of course, all our softwares are available in all the European, most of all the European languages. And if some language is missing, we can always add it into our software. Also, ZKTime Enterprise, which is a software which is installed in a computer. It's a software mostly about we can think about a software that is has an installer, but provides also a web staff portal, which is called Atalaya 2. This software is an add-on to Enterprise, which provides a web server in order for the employees to connect and, same as before, request manual punches, request changes in the time shifts, request holidays, etc. Okay, as you can see, is managed through a web browser, can be any of the web browsers available, and it's no need to install any other software application in the PC of the clients. Moving on, GoTime Cloud, as I said, GoTime Cloud is a version of ZKTime Enterprise which has been completely moved to the cloud and works without the need of any kind of installation of a server or anything, because it provides a URL in which we can connect and we can access in order to do the time and attendance setting. Okay, all the power of Enterprise, timetable, shift, route balances, petitions, everything that Enterprise has been moved to the cloud, and it can be accessed from a URL. So the URLs, if the company wants to have this solution, gives us the name, and we provide the URL, name of the company, .gotimecloud.com, and accessing this URL, you will have all the solution in order to create all the configuration and connect the terminals and everything in order to do the time and attendance. Here is, as I said, a little bit more on this. Centralize your installations in one platform. GoTime Cloud is a centralized cloud-based solution that lets you manage time and attendance of thousands of employees and hundreds of devices from a single platform, ensuring that all your existing facilities work in the same way anywhere in the world. Okay, same solution, but as I said, in cloud. It is quite easy, quite good to use. You also have online all the needed documentation and configuration settings needed. But what we need in order to configure GoTime Cloud. Also, you configure assigning routine shift, day shifts, night, all the whatever you can think of can be configured with GoTime Cloud. A little bit more on this is a review and manage your employees incidents and petitions. Of course, the system of GoTime Cloud has an option also to notify via email. And it's a petition of our employees. No, in the employee registers a manual punch or a petition for a holiday, and this will trigger a notification to the person in charge. Okay. Also, at the possibility for accrue advanced hours and everything that you, well, as I said, anything that you can think of, everything can be configured in GoTime Cloud. Generate reports, it can be exported, remote clock in, clock out. Also here, I don't know if it's in this presentation. Let me check. Well, it's here, ZKTime Enterprise, sorry. But GoTime Cloud also provides a free application in order to do the time attendance from the mobile. Here it's not on this presentation, but also it's provided free of charge. Okay, from there we can do manual punches, we can select the petitions from the application. Well, here this page is about BioTime Web, but we said it was this one. But here it's a little bit more of explanation of what we spoke in the first. It goes in the ZPET Plus terminal, and it's the entry level solution. I said already we spoke this, so we're gonna pass. And well, for last, what I said, the devices all include an SDK, which is able for an API for the softwares in order to integrate the terminals into third-party solution. Okay, Even we can integrate also the terminals itself, because we have the documentation of the protocol of communication they use, and also we can integrate the software. Okay, the software provide an API that it can be used to add them to a third-party solution, which will be well, for maybe salaries or human resources, or all the options. Well, as you can see, one of the main focuses of our business model is for integrations, and we provide all the tools needed and all the expertise needed in order to successfully integrate the solutions, even the devices themselves or the software, into third-party applications. And the latest screen here, ZKTeco is your partner for enterprise quality work management products. Okay? As you can see, you can approach us for any kind of need, because we are used to any kind of solution. We can of time and attendance. Maybe it's on site, outside, maybe for work, for construction companies, which requires certificate, medical. There is an endless possibilities, and we will be happy to help you with any of the solutions that you need. And this is the end of the presentation. Thank you for the attendance, and well, this is it.
Yeah, thank you very much for your presentation and for a very a very descriptive presentation, well, I would say, yes, with all of the information.
I come from the technical management, so sometimes I get a little bit over in this explaining into
into very small details. Yes.
Sorry about this.
It's okay. I actually appreciate it. However, it's very interesting to see how the technology is developing and what sort of possibilities we have currently. It's very nice to see that we are like on a great level. However, I believe it's time for questions. If anyone has, please do post it in the comment section in the chat box. So I will give a couple of minutes or a minute or two for someone to ask questions if they have some. I will ask a question as well here. So when we're talking about face recognition systems, is it, however, possible for someone to be using a picture of someone else on a phone or printed to access the system?
This is something that I want to go into detail, and let me explain why this is not possible, because I can say this is not possible and just leave it there, no?
Correct.
Then you can, but I will explain. Well, I give a little bit hints of before. The devices, the visible light devices, which I don't have here now. I will show you one, but have two cameras. One is a normal CMOS camera, digital, like a digital camera, and the other one is a near infrared camera, which are positioned in a degrees, well, a difference of degrees, no? In order to make a 3D image of the person, and to actually know if it's really an actual person or if it's a photograph. So there are two kinds of protection. About the angle in which the cameras are separated, which have the depth setting, or they have the depth sense in order to know that it's not a photo of one person. So it's an image that has depth. And also with the near infrared, about when the infrared camera takes a picture of you, for example, no, the response is different than it will take from a photo in a mobile, or a photo in a magazine, or in a photo that you can print. No? This setting is taken into account by the device in order to actually know if what is in front of the camera it's a person or not. So this is the protection that it has. So this is something that in old face recognition systems was a problem, because maybe usually they only use one camera, and well, they could have this kind of problems, no? That maybe the light was not as good as when the picture was taken to identify, and as when the people is being identified or to register. The difference between the registration and the identification, no? So you understand. So this is the main protection that this has. So the answer to your question, no, it won't happen. This if it needs to be an actual person in order to be identified, to be recognized, because if the device does not recognize that I would, well, sometimes, or if you come when it's possible, you come to our offices here in,
yes, of course.
in Madrid. I will show you how we train the algorithm. No, we have the several heads. No, in order to put them into the device and to make them, test everything that is very, I don't know, like masks, no, like a face mask, no, like in order to put and the device don't recognize. Also, this happens a lot in, well, it's a technology that it's been going on, because before we also, when everybody was working with fingerprint, we also had the anti-fake, because it did the actual reader pass a current into the finger in order to know that it was an actual finger. And this is an update on this, taken to the facial recognition and palm recognition. We don't forget about palm recognition, because
of course,
really
yes.
is outstanding, but it uses exactly the same technology. And well, as I said,
Interesting. It's nice to see that you are operating on such a professional level. I'm very surprised, positively surprised how it works.
yeah, no, really,
thank you for your answer.
For me, I like to speak about these things, because I
Yeah.
enjoy it really. So don't worry. And I like how not
With
just
enthusiasm, I see.
not
Yes.
just to hear, okay, this works like this. No, but actually know, because by knowing is also how you are better to be able to explain one customer why it should choose this kind of solutions over older, or why should I go to facial recognition when I can use with card, no, for example. Of course, cards can be copied. Of course, there are different types of cards that can be swapped around between the employees and can be lost or whatever. No, with the face recognition, this never happens. No? And also, as I said, it's touchless, and we don't need, because also with the fingerprint, it depended. Sometimes some people have weaker fingerprints than others. Right? And some people, if
Yeah.
are people that cannot be identified by fingerprint. Never, because the quality of the fingerprint is not good for some persons. This won't happen with face recognition, because of course we have the possibility. The algorithm is very potent, and of course everybody has their face on. No?
Yeah, of course. Very interesting to hear about it. Yes.
And also another thing that I haven't spoken about is about the mask recognition. No? I told before in the presentation that devices can identify if you are wearing a mask and if you are wearing it correctly.
Correctly, yes. I was very surprised to hear that. Yeah.
Also, the thing is like this. No? You need to register without the mask, and then the device identifies you with the mask. So let me get this straight. No, how the device, how the algorithm works, as I said, works with a threshold setting. No, if what's presented to the camera, to the terminal, is similar in a percentage to what was registered, then the person is identified. And this threshold, the algorithm is that powerful that this threshold is not affected by the fact that the person wears a mask or not. So the device can identify the person even when it's wearing a mask.
Very impressive. I never even thought that would be possible, but very interesting.
Yeah, no, phones don't do that. Phones
yeah,
don't do
of
that.
Course.
Because if you have the well, I don't want to say brands, but if you then you go with the mask, usually the camera on your phone will not be able to
We need that in all public spaces right now. It would be very useful for everyone. Yeah. Thank you very much for your time allocated for this conference. As I've seen, there aren't any questions at this moment. I will advise everyone to go on the Connect2B platform and connect with ZKTeco and Mr. Arturo, right? Arturo. All right. Thank you for correcting me. Yeah. So
no,
thank you.
Arturito is what my mother could call me.
Oh, really? All right.
It's like a diminutive, no? Like
oh, small one. Yeah. Nice. Very interesting name as well. Also, I would like to conclude my talk here by encouraging everyone here to participate in all activities and discussions through the digital platforms that we have for the next 3 days that this conference is on. So hopefully, everyone will also visit the virtual booths that are available and also schedule meetings with ZKTeco company or other companies that have been presenting today. I thank you for your time. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker Arturo.
Thanks to you. Thanks to you for inviting me.
All the best. Take care.
Okay.
And thanks for everyone who was participating and watching this session. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
All right. All the best. Bye.